I just want to explain there was a protest filed by Caitlin Sharp as to the outcome of match number 1, 223 to 224. I explained to Caitlin where the error was, and she eventually accepted the decision and went crying to her mother. But
Caitlin, the 3-month-old daughter of Tim Sharp, who lost by 1 pin to this man, Riga Kalfas, in match number 1.
it was a tough job, but somebody had to do it.
The good news is Tim Sharp's got a darling baby to go home to.
Absolutely.
That kind of eases the pain.
We know where she got her looks from.
Oh, no doubt.
I'll leave that one alone. Riga with a 9 up here in the first frame of our championship match. He's going against Jim Beckler. Jim defeated Steve Gilkey last week to advance to this week's program.
And of course, we're in the final match at Fairfield Lanes, where they have a sweeper, by the way, going on every other Sunday at 8:30 p.m. It's a 70% handicap based on 200. It's a $20 entry fee, and it will be starting, or the next one rather, is on Sunday, February the 4th at 8:30 p.m. Come on out to Fairfield. It's a great establishment, and it should be a lot of fun.
Our king, Jim Beckler, opens up with an 8 in the first frame. So the men kind of feeling out the lanes here. We've seen some big scores today. 224 to 223 in game 1. Game number 2, Kalfas advanced 246, 232.
Whoa.
The chop. The chop in frame number 1 by Jim Beckler, and he's already behind.
Did you happen to notice where he shot that from? A controversial, or left or right, or from the same side of the lane? We quite figured that out yet.
Yeah, well.
No, he chopped that one hard. And I think he actually was shooting in cross lane.
Yeah, he was. And again, it's whatever you're comfortable with, and actually you ought to chart. You ought to chart what you have the most success with, Jen. Right.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable. It has to be a spare that you can shoot with ease and not go to the line thinking that you're going to chop it. And that's what works for me. I'm confident in the way I shoot it, and when something's good, just leave it alone.
Riga Kalfas up now in the second frame following Jim Beckler's strike. Kalfas working on a spare.
Dave, I see you had a couple 690s this week from Fairfield Lanes, cashing for $30 each.
Yeah, bowled well for a change. The intensity level was up there. And I have to get out and practice more. And you folks at home, if you really want to improve your game and you want to bowl consistently, you've got to get out there and throw those games. And all your local BPA fun centers can accommodate you in that regard.
Indeed, there's open bowling at most houses, most every day or evening, but definitely call ahead of time to your favorite BPA house. And
well, call ahead for one reason. You want to make sure the Hudy pole chain is cold.
It's got to be cold
when you get there. And
if it isn't, let me give you somebody to talk to. That's Tony Plank.
Tony Plank will take
our
care of that.
Our beautiful representative on Ultimate Distributing, getting the stuff around.
Just pour it over ice.
There you go.
Riga Kalfas going a little wide there, leaving the 3-9, the right-handers 2-8. And again, this is choppable. You have to, this is an accuracy shot. You really don't have to amp the ball up, throw it with a lot of enthusiasm. You just have to be very accurate. Either the pin or the ball should take out the back pin. Let's watch. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. I would like to add, too, last week's response to Big Brothers Big Sisters was very, very good. You guys calling in sponsorships for what I'm going to be doing Sunday. And I would like to give you just a couple more numbers real quick. Ann Weekly or Kelly Fitzgerald will be taking those pledges at 421.
You got it.
4120. And I tell you what, Jim Beckler just got a reprieve.
I think.
How about the latest strike you've ever seen? Let's take a look at it here. Actually, not a bad shot. About the 9th board. Rolls in Little lazy. Head pin goes to the wall, comes across. Now, that's the head pin, folks. That's the head pin. That's the laziest head pin I've ever seen in my life, but had enough.
We sometimes refer to it as a slow rack, though. That's the only way that happens.
And there's the three-bagger for Beckler here in the fourth frame, so he's stringing them together now.
What was that big brother and big sister's
Yeah, the
number
big brother,
again,
big
Dave?
sister again. Last mention I'll make of it because it is occurring today. And the sponsorship's 421-4120, or you can call me at home, 481-0162. And it's for a great cause, and I'm flattered to be involved with this organization.
Kalfas
Riga.
in the fourth. Avoided disaster on that one.
Riga Kalfas actually threw a great shot and almost paid the maximum penalty. Take a look at it here. The last two pins you're going to see will be the 6 and the 9. Right-hand side of your screen. Keep your eyes right there. That's the 6 pin up. The whirlybird into the wall takes it out, leaves the 9, an easy spare, but it could have very well been an open frame.
Of course, those replays and pictures coming to you via the top television crew in the country.
One of the best, and as you see there, one pin separating the two in the second frame, but Jim Beckler, heavy advantage with a double in the third and fourth frame, actually increases that lead to 19 pins.
Our standby keeping score today is Tom Atkins, who of course lost in the previous roll-off. But Tom bowled very well, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. He's been out there 3 and 4 times a day, plugging away at the lanes, and he's doing really well. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the show this year.
Looks good. Looks great.
Riga Kalfas.
Let's watch the release, the powerful release of a very small in stature person, but throws a big ball. Watch this. Good arm extension. Great elbow all the way through. Full extension. Look at the roll. End over end. Ain't no way something's going to stand up.
Jim Beckler answers the call. 4 straight strikes for our current king.
Potential projected 99 in the fourth frame for Jim Beckler to Riga Kalfas' 79. Obviously a 20-pin deficit, but we've got more than half a game to go, and that's a lot of room for these competent players. Not
7 remain this time. He got the break back in the second frame, but not this time.
Once again, qualifying is going on at Delfair, and I'd like to see some more ladies out there. The response has been very good in the past weeks. We've had Robin Boston, who won. Regina Snodgrass is eligible for the finals. Nancy Fair became eligible at Northwest Lanes. We've had very good response, but once again, I'd like to see a lot of these ladies out there.
Riga
Mary
Kalfas
Kay
up.
Books.
Riga up in the 6th with a chance to cut into this lead now.
The determination on Riga's face. Look at the eyes, staring at the mark, now down at his target. Wow. Oh. Actually made a great shot, but the ball didn't go into the clean roll. He's going to nail his mark. Good extension. A little bit too much body movement right at the bottom. 2-pin goes straight back. 4-pin goes to the wall. Wrong angle. Just because you hit the 1-2 or the 1-3 pocket flush doesn't mean you deserve a strike, folks. The angle's got to be right. The speed's got to be right. And that's what makes the game of bowling so interesting. There you see it, 99 in the 5th for Riga Kalfas, 118 for Jim Beckler. Let's see, I'm no computational wizard, but looks like 19 pins to me. Both players spare up in the 6th, and we got a lot of paper left. And 19 pins, Jen, what's that, a mark?
I'd say that's just about what it is.
So this game is still up for grabs.
Moving into the 7th frame. this match up for grabs.
Same identical shot.
Same way again. It looks like he's going with a little bit more speed here as the match comes closer to an end. He's trying to force something to happen. And unfortunately, the looser you are in this game, the better off you're going to be. We just saw a shot there of the lights that show which pin you leave. Those are always very helpful to identify the pins. Again, this establishment, Fairfield Lanes, exceptionally clean, well maintained, a pleasant atmosphere to bring your family out and have a good time.
So often I talk about the image of bowling and how in the past years it's gone down a little bit, but I think with good representatives, we're bringing it right back on track.
Jim Beckler back on track with the strike here in the 7th frame.
Talk about a break. Let's watch it. Again, the head pin is the one that's going to do the damage. Center your screen. Watch it go to the right-hand side of your screen. Knight, come off. Hacksaw into the 6. 6 bumps into the 5, and they just kind of all topple down.
He's working on a 20-pin lead now here in the 8th frame.
20-pin lead with a chance to go to 30. It is 30.
Excellent.
Jim Beckler proving why he was no fluke to win in week number 1 as king, answering the challenge whenever he has to, now maintaining a 30-pin lead.
He liked that check he got last week as well.
Yeah, $1,000, not all bad.
Plus a beautiful plaque, compliments of Carl's Bowler's paddock.
And he'll have a few of those to hang on the wall before the year's over. Riga Kalfas, though, knowing that there's some paper left, will not give up. I guarantee it.
Yep, he wants a piece of that action, a little bit of that money, maybe a plaque.
A little bit of that Cajun accent.
228, the potential for Riga Kalfas going into this next frame, assuming he continues to strike there, his competitor, Jim Beckler, knowing that if he continues to strike, he's going to be king for week number 2. Riga Kalfas must continue to strike to get back in this game. Look out. Oh,
he buried it.
We aren't out of here yet. Don't go to the fridge yet.
We have had 3 fine matches today.
Absolutely.
In case it's time for a cold one, send the kid, the wife,
The
anybody,
dog.
the dog. But do not leave the set. We are still playing.
A strike for Jim Beckler in the 9th.
Seeing a little bit more emotion out of Jim.
Well, Jim's loose right now. You can tell when you're loose when you're carrying those light shakers. Jim's potential 258 to 228 for Riga Kalfas. He could handily put this match away with a first shot in the 10th frame.
Next week we'll probably have a TV average for you, but I say so far we're doing okay.
Real well. That could do it.
That just about does it is right. Jim Beckler has proven to me and to the audience that this man is a player and somebody to be reckoned with.
Appears to me Jim Beckler needs 1 pin on his last 2 throws to put this thing away. And I would say based on the past 9-10 frames, he will do just that.
There we go.
Well, he's going to be our king for the 2nd week in a row, Jim Beckler.
Outstanding bowling.
You know, as I said once before, a lot can be learned by observing.
Just once before you said that.
Right, I think so. Probably the last time I made it.
Whoa, well, he
Makes
did that
no
at the
difference.
proper time.
Makes no difference.
246.
So that'll do it. Jim Beckler, once again our king here on the TV King of Bowling. 246 to 217 over Riga Kalfas. We'll be back to wrap it all up right after this.
Our untelevised Youth King of Bowling, Eric Estes, shot a 714 with handicap at Fairfield Lanes to become our Youth Bowler of the Week. Pepsi, the choice of a new generation, salutes Eric Estes.
plaque, another check.
Again, Jim, great shooting today. You're averaging about 245, I think. Another $1,000. Congratulations, George.
Jim will try to make it 3 in a row next week, so join us then for the BPA King of TV Bowling.
Greater Cincinnati BPA 14K King of Bowling. Brought to you by 14K, Cincinnati's legendary premium beer. 14K, the one, the only, the original. 7:30.
Dave Newrath and Jennifer Kleekamp. We're back with another week of the BPA